Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back like I said I would be. In my last video, I talked about how I had a little break from posting on YouTube and I wanted to come back and share some of the things that I was doing in that time because so much happened, and I know you were probably wondering where am I, what am I doing, what's been going on, why am I not posting on YouTube? But don't worry, I have all the tea for you. In this video, it's all about a trip that we took to the UK in April. And the whole purpose of this trip was to take my Polish fiancé, Greg, home to meet my family in the UK. So I want to share a little bit about that and also show you, because I have a little B-roll, so it's not just going to be me jib-jabbering, but I can actually show you some cool stuff that we did as well. So I'm really excited about that. So let's get into it. So a little bit of context for those that don't know me personally. I'm Frankie and I live in Thailand. And I've actually lived in Thailand for over 10 years, so I'm basically Thai at this point. Not really, but yeah, you know. I met my fiancé in 2019, and 2.5 years ago, we got engaged. So Greg, my fiancé, is from Poland, and he's also lived in Thailand for 12 plus years as well. This is him. He plays in the orchestra, so I'm an orchestra wife. It's a very prestigious position, yeah, so I'm quite fancy. How we met, that is a whole other story for another video if you request it. But yes, basically 2.5 years ago we got engaged in Thailand, and we're actually getting married next year. So I've already been to his country, Poland, to meet his family and, taking his culture and everything. But this year was the first time that I've taken him home to meet my family. So it was a big trip. We had a limited amount of time with work commitments and everything, but we managed to squeeze so much into a short amount of time, and it was like a whirlwind adventure, and we really loved this trip, and it was great. It was so fun. So prior to this trip, he had actually already met some of my family. My mum and my sister came to Thailand. My uncle, my close friend, came to Thailand. Oh, my aunties also came to Thailand as well. That was wild. But he'd not met my dad before, so this was the first time meeting my dad, and my granddad too, and other extended family members. So the first main stop on our trip was Brighton, and my stepsister actually lives in Brighton, so that's kind of another reason why we went there. And I kind of just wanted Greg to get a romanticized picture of England, the seaside, the nostalgic pier lifestyle. And Brighton is a really cool place. They have a lot of really quirky shops, good food, music, lots of cool things to take pictures of, because obviously I like taking pictures. So there's loads of interesting things and interesting people as well, really very interesting people. And we were really lucky because the weather was just beautiful. The sun was shining, but it was cold. Yeah, the sun shined, but it was cold. And we stayed in a really nice hotel as well. If you ever go to Brighton, I definitely recommend this hotel, No.124 by Guesthouse. It is so nice. It is so nice. It's a little bit on the pricey side, but it's one of those places where it's definitely worth it. Everything was nice, the attention to detail. We had this record player and a record collection in our room. They had a larder where you can go down and get pick and mix for free anytime you want. I mean, come on. They even had pick and mix for the dog. The dog had pick and mix as well. So I definitely recommend this place. It's so quaint but aesthetic and super comfortable. It was beautiful. So I really enjoyed staying there. So from Brighton, we took the train to Bradford. So if you didn't know, I'm actually from Bradford, West Yorkshire, and I was actually born in Bradford as well. Big up BRI. My dad still lives in Bradford, so we went to see him. This was very special because Greg had never met my dad before, only on like FaceTime and stuff. So it was really cool. We were staying at his house too. So it was a really good time for bonding and it was lovely. He took us on walks. We had like food and all like just like catching up and like getting to know you kind of stuff. So that was really special. Also, like Bradford city centre is on the up and up. So Bradford gets a little bit of, or has got a little bit of a bad rap in the past. And I can say like when travelling I haven't been like super proud to be like, yes, I'm from Bradford. But actually, when we went back this time, I must say that the city looks really nice. The sun was shining, which makes a huge difference. But there was a lot going on. I think because Bradford has been awarded the City of Culture 2025, so the council or whoever has put a lot of money into like promoting the city, and there's loads of events on, lots of like things to promote Bradford and their heritage, and it actually gave me some pride in where I come from. So it was nice to see it in a different light, and Greg was really impressed. I think I might have like played it down a little bit to him when I'm describing where I'm from, but you know what, I shouldn't do that because actually it is a very good city with lots of history and lots of culture as well. So yeah, come on Bradford. So Greg actually said that one of his favourite food experiences was going to the fish and chip shop in Bradford, and I definitely talked up fish and chips because obviously it's like our cultural food. But when we were in Brighton, we had fish and chips, and I have to say that it didn't hit. It was cute and all, having fish and chips on the sea, on the pebble beach with the seagulls trying to come at you, but the chips down south, they don't hit, no. Like, and I consider myself to be a chip connoisseur of sorts, so I can say wholeheartedly that the south doesn't do chips well. So when we went to the north, we had ourselves some chips, like chips, scraps, salt and vinegar, curry sauce, the whole shebang, and Greg said that it was one of his best food experiences. So fight me. So obviously we didn't have like all the time to individually go and see family members. So I've got quite a big family. So we decided to have a meal and invite like whoever could come. And we had like this big meal, this big table, and my family was there, and it was so nice. And at one point in the night, somebody ordered like some kind of special celebration to happen, and it was the most extra thing I've ever experienced. Like cake, sparklers, some romantic song, like it's like a birthday but it's not. It's like, I don't know, what are we celebrating here? Like our early marriage, our engagement that happened 2 years ago. I'm not quite sure. We're just celebrating love, but that was very cute and also like slightly embarrassing because of the attention, but it was one of my favorite moments still. So thanks, fam. So this one might be a little bit nerdy, but if you're ever in Bradford, I highly recommend you visit the Bradford Industrial Museum. As far as museums go, and I don't really consider myself to be a museum person, but I like museums. But this museum is so good. It like has so many things from the Industrial Revolution, Bradford through history, Bradford in the past, and real life houses set up. Like there's so many things to do. You can spend the whole day in there, and it's really interesting. And I mean, I teach this subject in my school, so it's even more interesting for me. But if you are a history person and you like this kind of museum thing, I highly recommend you visit the Bradford Industrial Museum. And no, I'm not sponsored. So after Bradford, we got the train to Leeds, and I love Leeds. Like, Leeds is where I moved to as soon as I could, because I told you like I wasn't really about Bradford, but I moved to Leeds as soon as I could. It's like the next city, so it's not even a thing. But whenever we would go out on our little nights out, it would always be Leeds when we were actually old enough. And then also I went to uni in Leeds as well, so Leeds has my heart. So we went to Leeds. We just planned to like get a hotel, explore the city, have like a date night, explore some cocktail bars, also meet my sister there. But little did I know that my little sneaky sister had plotted and schemed and planned for my cousins, who I haven't seen in over 10 years, to come and surprise me. You know when you just haven't seen someone for so long and you've only seen them online or like on Facebook, but you like just them being there was just such a shock. But it was so nice, it was so special. Like, obviously I don't think anyone else is going to care apart from like me and my family, but it was really special. So that just threw out our plans out the window, and then we did like spend the day with them, and we went for food, really good food. I ate Thai food, funnily enough, but it was really good. And we went to mini golf, crazy golf, or mini golf, crazy golf. It was pretty crazy. So we went to crazy golf, and yeah, it was really nice. Greg with the girls, like, I think he's just used to it by this point. There's a lot of I have a lot of girlfriends, and I've got a lot of girl family. So that was lovely. Also, if you go to Leeds, I highly recommend checking out the Corn Exchange. So this is like a huge building that used to be used for like trading goods back in the day, but now it's been converted into like all these like indie, quirky, creative shops. There's just so much to see and buy, and buy, and buy. Also, during our time in Leeds, we actually got to go to a wedding fair. So this was really cool because my dad is actually a wedding photographer, and his partner, they are wedding photographers together. Obviously, they won't be my wedding photographer because it's the father of the bride, so... But they are wedding photographers, and they had like their stand at this wedding fair. So we went along and we were like, yes, we're getting married, and we got all the free samples and all the things. So that was a really fun thing as well that we did. Yeah, so Leeds was really good. I really enjoyed Leeds. So after Leeds, we went to Manchester, and my sister lives in Manchester, so we went to stay with her. And my mum also came. So my mum lives in Portugal, so she flew to spend time with us as well, which was really special. He really got like how do you say, like, infused? That's not the right word. Marinated. He got the full experience of my family because we were all staying together. Social barrier was definitely done by the end of this trip. My favourite thing that I did in Manchester was actually go wedding dress shopping with my mum and my sister. Obviously I can't really show you me in a wedding dress. I think it's a bit too soon, and I don't want Greg to see as well. So, but we did go wedding dress shopping, and it was like the perfect wedding dress shopping experience. You know, they give you a little, little bubbles, a little chocolate, try on the dresses, and it was really special to do that with my sister and my mum as well. So that was like one of my highlights for the trip. Greg's highlight of Manchester trip was eating Chinese food. There is a Chinese restaurant, not even a restaurant, a Chinese takeaway. There's a Chinese takeaway in Didsbury. To be fair, it is a really good Chinese takeaway, but Greg hasn't really experienced the, you know, like the Western style Chinese food like I have. Like, I know, good Chinese food, and this was really good Chinese food. I think we visited that Chinese restaurant about 3 times. He made real good friends with the owner. So that was his highlight of, I would say his food highlight. I'm sure his highlight was spending time with my family, but That is the first thing that he said when I asked him. So overall, it was just like such a special, wholesome, loving trip, and very busy, but I'm just really glad that I got to like take Greg home so he can see my life, like go to my grandparents' house, meet my granddad, and just share like special moments together, because we're about to be married. We're gonna be married, so it's like, yeah, it's very exciting, and I feel like my family welcomed him into the family, and he gets on really well with everyone, so he got a big check mark from my family. Whew, I'm really glad. So, in a nutshell, that is our trip to the UK, from my Polish fiance to meet my British Caribbean family in the UK. And I'm really excited for some of my family to come back to Thailand next year for the wedding, so we can all be reunited again. Thanks for watching, and comment below. Have you been to any of these places in the UK? Like, what did you think? Can you relate? I really enjoyed making this video, so if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Bye!